Whether you don't even know where the gym is, or maybe it's your first week, or you had one of those friends that just had to pull you into class, or maybe you're the type that you're a gym god, we've got a little bit of everything for you. Welcome to Trainer Talk. Let's get to work.
Why do you come to the gym?
That is a good question. I just love fitness.
Okay.
I've always been into fitness. I probably joined the gym it's been like 16 years now.
Okay. Well, you're only 17 years old.
Right,
so.
exactly. And, I've always did stuff at home, but the gym just pushed me to the next level, and I joined classes, and it was interesting because thought I was always in shape until I joined classes, and I was like, oh, hot dang, this is hard, So it was a nice challenge to push yourself to the next level.
For your high intensity type classes, so let's go spin. So what got you as an athlete to just even join a spin class?
Oh gosh, so when I first joined the gym, the classes that worked in my schedule were 3:45, and they were like Monday and Wednesday and I think a Thursday or something. Well, I just had to take them because that worked with my schedule, and it was spin. I remember every Wednesday, and I hated it. Every single week I hated it so bad.
Because it was hard?
It was hard.
Shape? Okay.
It was hard. I remember my first spin class, I could barely walk down the stairs. My legs were all shaky.
You get that pump in your legs.
Oh gosh. But, I would say it probably took me a full year to really start to like spin and fall in love with it. And yeah, I really enjoy spin. We try to make it fun. I do a lot of different themes, like guess movie themes, or here's 80 billboards hits, or name that hairband, or stuff like that. So we try to make it fun in spin class. It's probably one of my favorite classes to teach. Kind of feed the energy off each other, so that's kind of nice when you get a group of people going and they all have the passion just to get their butt kicked, and that's a good class to get it out
for
in.
sure. How do you keep it interesting for yourself, because you've been doing it for so many years? Do you do research on your own, or do you just sit and think? How do you make it interesting?
Yeah, well, when you take spin classes from other people, or you take classes from other people, I really enjoy doing that because I kind of take tidbits from everybody else, and it's like, oh, that's a really good idea, or that's a great interval, or hey, love this song, I'm going to use it. So that's where I think what keeps me going is I love the music, and so to switch the music up is really a big deal to me. Make it fun. Like today was Valentine's Day, so we did all Valentine's Day songs.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
I'd have left.
Kind of dorky, I know.
No, I just the love songs, and it's like,
no, not the slow love songs, but songs with love in the title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, oh my gosh, slow dancing.
No.
And double tempo, let's go.
No.
And I've seen you blend strength and core into your spin classes. Is that a specific class, or is that every class you like to do that?
Yeah, that's specifically like a 360 class.
Okay.
Yeah, so 360 is for people that want to maybe try out spin but don't want to sit on the bike for 45 minutes. Great class because you're gonna work out on the bike. For me, I teach it where we do just because I'm very methodical, I need like 2 songs on, we're going to kick the butt, then we're going to get off, and we're going to focus on strength. 2 songs on, off. And we're really going to focus more probably on the upper body, because I want people to focus on the legs on the spin bike.
Right.
And then we'll come off, and then we'll do core.
Cool. So then talk to me about the strength training type classes that you do. What do you enjoy? Dumbbell work, kettlebell work? Are you a bar girl? What motivates you when it comes to strength?
I think anytime you can gain muscle or work those muscles, the bomb, right? I think, most people in class, like I teach DX classes at Midtown most of the time, so we don't have kettlebells there, so we're really used to the dumbbells, so we do a lot of the dumbbell stuff, but I like a little bit of variety. I like the barbell stuff, I like the dumbbells, the kettlebells, whatever we can use, the bands, great workout. Typically in strength, what I notice is for a lot of the members that come to my classes, they like a variety, so you're never going to get the same exercise 2 weeks in a row. It might be 6 months down the road before you kind of see that. Of course, the exercises will be similar, right? We're going to work the upper body, the lower body. And I think what's different in mine is that I always am going to do lower body, right? But we're always going to focus on the upper body, where a lot of classes outside, that I've taken, not at StayFit, but at other places, really there's, you're doing legs for 45 minutes. Well, a lot of people don't want bigger legs. They really want to focus on that upper body. So I think it's important to kind of mix the upper, the lower, the core, get a little bit of everything, so that they feel at the end of class They feel like, yeah, I got a good workout.
Right.
Total body. So everything I come up with is
Your own creative.
yes,
right.
but that doesn't mean that I'm not using, like, you know, the great thing about, you know, learning Spark was, you know, you have taught me a lot of different things, like, hey, this lunge doesn't have to be over your ankle, and that was like mind blowing to me, you know, because things are always evolving, and so I really like that, and then I can bring that to my classes too, and teach those folks that kind of feel like they've maybe been stuck and aren't challenging themselves just a little bit, you know, and it was kind of cool, you know, in the GX classes to see that, you know, one day we might do lighter weights with more reps, and one day we might do heavier, and some people will just stick with the same weights.
Right.
It's nice to challenge them and see that they're slowly moving up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I like about Spark. It's so cool to see people's body mechanics change, you know, especially the newcomers when they're coming in. You know, they're maybe their heavies are like 10s or 12s.
Right. Yeah.
And now
If that.
yeah, and then towards the end they're like, wow, I didn't think I could do that.
Right.
That's really cool.
Mhm.
That's inspiring.
Yeah, and I think part of it is just you got to give them that opportunity to try.
Yes.
Right. Where oftentimes when it's a almost too structured of a class, like let's say a body pump. I always pick on body pump. You know, you have to stick to a rhythm, a beat. We're doing a certain length of squat song, lunge track, or whatever. Where if you want to progress that weight, or if you want to try something new, you somehow have to fit it in with everything else going on at the same time.
Mhm.
Where in your spin classes, your 360 classes, your Spark classes, you just have that extra chance. Even in your yoga classes,
Mhm.
you know, you don't necessarily have a stopwatch going, like, okay, we're gonna hold Warrior One for 86 seconds, you know. You can tweak it, you can give cues, you can even not necessarily single out somebody in your class, but you can kind of like give them that look where, hey, I need you a little lower, and, right? And it's, you just need that time, and as do the people that you train. And you got to tell them 15 times, and finally on that 16th one, they'll actually try it.
Right. Well, and I think you hit, you know, the nail on the head too. Is like I've gone into classes and had a plan, right? And then you notice that you maybe have 3 or 4 new people. Yeah, you know, the workout I had planned, not going to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
to that extent, right.
Right. So I mean, you're going to maybe modify. So that's kind of, you know, it's nice too to not have the routine like body flow or body pump, because then you have the ability to, you know, if there are the newer people in class, you know, hey, here's the first level.
Right.
Here's a second level. Here's a third level. You know what? And to be able to show them that and not feel, and not that they do it necessarily in body pump or anything. But I don't want them to feel like I got to keep up with that beat, because I can't keep up with the beat and body pump on some of the transitions. So,
and especially if you aren't very rhythmic, right?
Right.
If you're not a good dancer, you're not going to really keep up. But yes, I mean, that's a great point too, is because you've had to essentially get to a level and then start over and rebuild, you've also had to take yourself through stage 1, stage 2, you know, can I just do a body weight squat?
yes.
Can I add weight? Okay, now we can use 2 weights. Okay, now we can squat, stand, and press over my head. Okay, now we can use a bar or whatever.
Yep.
Where it's nice, and that's why you're one of the Spark instructors too, is you're able to think outside of the box, where you'll see a workout and you'll say, okay, these are the 6 moves, but those moves, you know, a push-up, we're trying to work the chest, the shoulders, the triceps. If you can't do a push-up and we modify it and it's still not working, hey, let's flip you on your back and use dumbbells. As long as and you always do this, as long as you know it's at least similar, they're gonna get that progress. Yeah, it's really great.
And I think what's kept me in it is some of the challenges that I've incurred throughout the 16 years, even that I've been here. 10 years ago, I had a brain tumor.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I was probably at my fittest, but that set everything back.
Right, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and so
And then you had to rebuild up.
rebuild everything all over, and you know, I tried to push it as much as I could, and I would get yelled at my doctors all the time because they're like,
You're
"Stop."
gonna give yourself an aneurysm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it gave me a lot of maybe humility
Yeah.
to have to start all over and understand what it's like for somebody who doesn't do fitness at all, and then, you know, get back into it, how hard it is. But really, if you have that drive, you know, and you just keep at it one day at a time, and you take it one day at a time, you know, and do what you can. I mean, it shows that you can really change yourself and your body and stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, it's really a mental thing too. Like I need that release in my day, and
Release some anxieties and
Yes.
just feel good. So I know you do a lot of yoga. Was that, you know, pre-brain tumor, post brain tumor, when did yoga become part of your weekly thing?
I started yoga with buying a tape at home.
Okay.
I have 2 girls, and so my youngest, was a baby, and so I put the tape in after I put her to bed and do some yoga a couple times a week, and just kind of fell in love with it. And then from there, did some classes here, and then just kind of then did some yoga trainings and some yoga retreats and stuff, and it was really cool because I know a lot of people have a hard time with yoga because they think you're just sitting there like meditating. But there's so many different types.
Right.
And I think for me, I'm almost a better person because I take the time to quiet down once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that everybody is so busy and our brains are always going. I think it's even more important that we just kind of sit still and just kind of peacefully be in the present.
Yeah. So when you teach yoga classes, are you trying to teach people how to be calm? Are you more so about the standing postures? Is it a combination? How do you make your yoga Carrie's yoga?
Yeah, that's a good question. So for just a regular yoga class, I typically always do a little bit of everything in the sense of I always do like a 15-minute warm-up. So we really want those muscles stretched out and moving a little bit before we go into any strength. And then we do a little bit more strength poses for probably about that 15-20 minutes, but there's always variations. So, you always slowly with yoga, you just continue to build. And so we show those options for people so that they get used to, if they're just getting into yoga, they get used to, maybe challenging their body in a different way, those strength poses, but taking those breaks. And then always adding stretching, because I think most of us, including myself, don't stretch enough, and that flexibility is so important, and that increases your circulation, everything. And then at the end we do about a 5-minute visualization meditation thing. Now when I do stretch yoga on Sunday, that's really just focusing on stretching.
Okay.
So that's a lot more low key.
Anything else you want to tell your peeps?
I think I just really go by the motto, one more rep, one more time, and we're just gonna try it, and that's all we can do. Do the best we can.
Fit by Carrie. Carrie fit. Cool.